Welcome, everyone. I'm Damon Bruce, and this is the NBA on 2K Sports. Wednesday in the NBA. It'll be Kobe Bryant and the Los Angeles Lakers facing off against Ray Allen and the Boston Celtics. And that's it for us in the studio. To call all the action, let's go out to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K crew. I'll see you again at halftime.
Hello and welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And Doris Burke will be reporting from the sideline. Starting lineups, here they are, presented by State Farm. First for the Lakers, Fisher and Kobe man the backcourt. And they've got Andrew Bynum, the big man, all in the middle. They utilize his abilities to maintain that presence under the rim. Then there's Artest, and it's Gasol in at the 4. And then for the Boston Celtics, Rondo and Allen make up the backcourt and fill in the paint. The big guy, Jermaine O'Neal. He's a big part of that presence down low. Then it's Pierce, and it's Garnett in at the power forward position.
Well, you talk about that great front court depth for the Lakers, all that length, rebounding, their ability to really crash the glass. And they were actually the 5th best rebounding team in the NBA last year in terms of rebounding differential.
And so off the tip, it's Boston. And him against Allen. Pierce against Artest. 6 on the shot clock. From outside the arc, the shot by Pierce will not go. And Steve, you were talking about that differential, 2.5 extra possessions in their favor because of it. And Clark, for the Lakers, already a very good team offensively. With that rebounding advantage, those extra possessions more often than not lead to a basket.
Well, they've got such tremendous size. When you look at Pau Gasol and Andrew Bynum, you throw in Lamar Odom. I mean, those guys are long, really good rebounders at both ends, but particularly on the offensive glass. And, you know, anytime you get an offensive rebound, usually those defenders are scrambled, and you're going to be able to get a high-quality shot.
Back to Garnett. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. They get Pau Gasol.
I love Kevin Garnett. He's kind of an old-school player. He doesn't hug players before or after the game. In fact, a lot of people think he's sort of disrespectful, but he just wants to win. He is a nasty competitor.
And he makes the first. You talk about Kevin Garnett, and Clark, you just talked about his demeanor on the floor. One thing's for certain, and KG's between those lines. The last thing he's thinking about is making friends.
Yeah, he's got plenty of bark and bite to him, and some people are a little put off by it, but he's been that way pretty much his whole career. I don't see it changing. It served him too well.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Well, the Celtics played pretty well against the Western Conference a year ago. They went 19-11 in their 30 games versus the West. Not bad.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Thank you, Kevin. Earlier I spoke with Mike Brown. We talked about the task of taking on an offense with so much firepower, and he was excited for his team. He said these are the games we need to get up for as a defense. It'll be a good chance to see what we need to do to keep improving on that end of the floor. Guys?
Thanks, Doris. Well, Clark, that's a potent offense they're up against right now, and they know it.
You know, I wouldn't doubt that we see them make a few adjustments on the move over the course of the game, in the flow, making changes.
Well, they're going to have to make some adjustments as the game goes along. This team is too dynamic offensively to deal with by playing one style. So the schemes, I think, will change according to how the game's going.
Shoots again, the Lakers. Well, Steve, you look at what the record for the Celtics was against the West. You mentioned 19-11. Clark, how do you think they match up with the best of the Western Conference?
Well, you look at the best teams in the West, Kevin. I mean, there's great size pretty much across those front lines out west. The Celtics actually got a little smaller last season when they traded Kendrick Perkins away, so that center position remains a question mark when you compare the Celtics to the teams out in the Western Conference.
Gasol backing down. Allen against Kobe. Outside Artest. That's in, coming off an assist by Kobe. Artest's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Rondo. He's covered by Fisher. Here's Garnett. No luck. Some solid defense from Gasol. The Lakers in the lead.
Now, Mike Brown taking over as coach of the Lakers this season, I think it's a good fit. He knows what it's like to coach a star because he had LeBron in Cleveland, played in a lot of big games. No doubt he'll be under the spotlight in L.A. with the Lakers.
He's got so many ways to hurt you. I mean, he is really an offensive force out there.
Now Rondo looking for his first bucket of the game. Pierce. Covered by Artest. Here's Allen. And the layup is good. Well, Steve, going back to Mike Brown once more, they're going to expect a lot from him from the get-go, I would imagine, Clark, out in Los Angeles, where the NBA is #1 out there.
Oh, yeah, there's definitely some additional scrutiny and pressure. It'll be a little hotter on that seat for Mike Brown, but you know what? He coached LeBron James in Cleveland where expectations were high, and I've seen Mike grow as an assistant coach with the Pacers. He's a high-quality guy and a terrific basketball coach. It's win it all or nothing out in L.A., and I think at this point in his career, he's ready for the challenge.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Well, we all know Rajon Rondo is among the fastest players in the NBA, but he's really the only Celtic who wants to get out and run. This is more of a half-court team. In fact, Boston finished in the bottom 10 in the league in fast break points.
Boston making some changes. Jermaine O'Neal's checked in for Kristich. Davis comes in for Kevin Garnett. And Delonte West is subbed in for Ray Allen. The Lakers also changing it up. Odom comes in for Andrew Bynum. And Matt Barnes is subbed in for Ron Artest. And Steve, you're talking about the Celtics and their slower pace, bottom 10 in fast break points. Clark, I guess that's often the case for more veteran teams. They don't want to get into a trap here.
Yeah, I think they've got to be more efficient in terms of how they massage offensive possessions. I mean, you look at Rondo, who is an absolute burner, but the rest of the starting unit probably better suited to a half-court game. And it'll be interesting seeing how the Celtics go forward because Rondo moving into his prime and obviously more effective in an up-and-down game. Will the Celtics acquiesce to who he is and what his best type of game is as they go forward?
Kobe dishes to Barnes. That's good, and it's Kobe with the assist. Barnes has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Outside Rondo, and O'Neal backs in, puts it up. Basket is good, the assist from Rondo. Here's Fisher. Outside, Kobe. Over West, and there's another one for the Lakers.
I tell you what, you watch this guy put it in the basket, and his scoring ability can just astound you at times.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Lakers lead by 5.
And a good start for this club. I like the way they played together, really moved the ball and did a nice job offensively.
Yeah, excellent ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard, too.
Don't go away. We'll see you in a moment. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. Here's Blake. It's a 5-point game. West picks him up. Open look. And there's Brown. That's good on the assist by Blake. Brown's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Lakers.
Similarities between Rivers the coach and Doc Rivers the player. I mean, he had the height to play shooting guard, but was the most valuable running the show as the point guard.
Odom against Davis. Shot clock at 6. Green. Over Barnes. Open and close and nails it. Great point, Clark, on Rivers. You know, the teams that he has coached, Orlando and Boston, really embody him. Steve, they all play smart, tough defensively, well coached up and down.
Yeah, it is interesting how teams kind of take on their coach's personality, and that's definitely been the case with Boston and Doc Rivers. As a player, he was tough, he was smart, he was competitive, and it sure shows in the way his Boston teams have played the last few years.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Kevin, Kobe Bryant, one of the best shooting guards in NBA history. But when asked what he wanted his legacy to be, he said, quote, "When my career is over, I want them to think of me as an overachiever despite the talent I have. Hopefully, they perceive me as a person who did whatever he had to do to win above all else. Above anything, above stats. If they say that about me, I'll be happy." And fellas, with his work ethic, it doesn't seem like a stretch.
No doubt about that. Thank you, Doris.
Well, Kobe, obviously a guy with so much natural ability, but with his renowned work ethic, not to mention the 5 titles, I think he is a guy who did a great job of realizing his vast potential.
Green, no luck.
Jeff Green, of course, part of that controversial trade for Kendrick Perkins last year at the deadline. The Celtics were very concerned about their backup 3 position. They saw a chance to get Green, a talented player, but in doing so, they gave up a very popular player in Perkins.
Feeds it to Barnes. With the clock winding down, and there's another one for the Lakers. Here's West. And for the Celtics, Steve, you're going to remember back to their championship season of 2008. They had that offensive lineup, which included a guy named James Posey playing the 4. So, Clark, maybe you'll see Jeff Green playing a similar role.
That could be, perhaps, Kevin. I mean, I think the trade may have set them back in the short term, but that wasn't all on Jeff Green. I mean, chemistry is really a delicate dynamic, and losing Perk seemed to have affected the team a little more than they expected. But I think going forward, the Jeff Green acquisition is going to bode well and serve the Celtics well.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first.
And one of the things you like about the Lakers, their ability to go out on the road and win. In fact, last season, they were 27-14 away from Staples Center.
Some changes for Boston. Kevin Garnett, he's checked in for O'Neal. Pierce comes in for Jeff Green. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Delonte West. And then for the Lakers, Andrew Bynum's checked in for Gasol. Artest comes in for Matt Barnes. And Kobe is subbed in for Shannon Brown. Here's Garnett, guarded down by Andrew Bynum. Outside, Pierce. Outside, Rondo. Davis against Odom. 6 to shoot. The 10-footer. And Davis gets it to go. Davis has got his second bucket of the night. And the Lakers, Clark, a smart veteran team, we know that. How much of an asset is that to winning on the road?
You can't overstate it. I mean, it's really huge, Kevin. Keeping your composure, staying focused, understanding what's coming and what you need to do to seize games on the road. Some folks call it that killer instinct. And those are the things you have to be able to do, and the Lakers, quite honestly, a terrific example of all of that.
Rondo on top, guarded by Blake. Rondo kicks to Garnett. Good look, and it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got 3 assists tonight, and the Lakers call time here.
Well, you know, a recent stat said that in the last 15 years, the Lakers are on average the best offense in the NBA. But in crunch time, ironically, they fall to around 12th best offensively. Not nearly as effective.
Checked in for Boston. West comes in for Ray Allen. And then for the Lakers, Matt Barnes is checked in for Odom. And Derek Fisher is subbed in for Steve Blake. Here's Fisher. 1:22 left to play here in the second quarter. Going back to the Lakers and their letdown as far as crunch time offense goes. Good point by you. Steve, you take it now. Why do you think that's so?
Well, I think Kobe's not the player that he once was, Kevin. I mean, he's not as athletic. He's not as capable as he used to be getting shots off against any type of defense. And I think the rest of the guys maybe lost a little confidence in themselves as a result.
Garnett with a screen on Barnes. Here's West. And again, Boston with the triple.
Good team play there. You move the ball until you find the right shot for the right person.
They're a well-oiled machine, Steve. I mean, working extremely well as a cohesive unit. Every pass delivered on time and on target. A lot of ball movement and player movement. It's a thing of beauty.
That's good. And the Lakers lead by 7.
You gotta love the low post offense. That was beautiful.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Rondo passes to Pierce. He dishes it to Garnett. Some nice passing. Rondo dishes to Pierce. And it's Boston with another.
These are the kinds of shots he feels so comfortable with.
Here comes Kobe. He's got 8. Seconds left. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Heads-up play, preventing the easy layup.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, he saw it as a free layup, didn't want to give that up, so he fouled him to force free throws.
The free throw drops for Kobe. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And Kobe drops them both. Throws it from deep. Cannot hit. That'll do it for the first half.
Kobe having just a fantastic game. 10 points, and he's had a steal in there too.
Well, the defense has really been the key to this game, and he's setting the tone.
Back here in just a moment here in Boston.
And now it's time for the HP Halftime Report. The Lakers playing with poise so far. You can talk about lights out shooting, but this is out of this world. They simply can't miss out there. While Kobe is making it look easy against Boston, he's got 10 points and a few assists, making nice plays for himself and others. And no shortage of desire from the Celtics side of things. They've been causing havoc defensively, ratcheting up the pressure, forcing steals. Their leading scorer is Ray Allen. Kevin Garnett also been a big contributor. And with that, we'll wrap things up here in the studio. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you can join me next time here on HP at the Half.
The second half just about to get going here. Here's Fisher.
You know, guys, I think the Celtics actually came into the playoffs last season with a little less swagger than usual. I mean, losing Kendrick Perkins in a trade seemed to shake them up a little bit. And with Shaq really unable to contribute due to injuries, a team used to being big inside perhaps felt a little smaller.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Hey guys, well, one of the identifying characteristics of the Celtics, one of their calling cards has been their tough defense over the years. Former coach Phil Jackson had high praise for them, saying they're going to smother, they're going to contest, and they're going to body guys. He added that these things you'll have to account for and plan for when facing the Celtics. Guys, not easy to do.
Good job, Doris. Boston always near the top of the league in defense.
And, Kevin, I think Kevin Garnett has the most to do with that. He's the anchor down there on the block. And as a team, they've put together one of the best defensive units in the NBA the last few years surrounding Kevin Garnett.
Clark, you set the table there well with the Celtics and their injuries. That did play a role in the postseason, not just in the front court. The dislocated elbow of Rajon Rondo also factored in. Steve, that was a huge hit for that team.
Yeah, I was amazed that he was able to return in that game and continue to play the rest of the series. but it did limit him. And with Rondo slowed down, the Celtics had a tough time scoring. In fact, Miami really played him and Boston kind of 5-on-4. They didn't honor his offense, and it really cost Boston.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Well, we all know what a fiery, competitive team the Celtics are, with Kevin Garnett in particular. And that's one of the reasons they were second in the NBA in technical fouls last season.
Chris Ditchy's checked in for Jermaine O'Neal. Here is Rondo, still looking to get on the scoreboard. Passes it to Pierce. Picked up by Kobe. Rondo working against Fisher. Fades. Gets it to go. Rondo's got his first points of the game. And so speaking of the Celtics, you know, some have said, Clark, that they go overboard getting into it with other teams, players. And that wasn't your game, but take us inside that whole world of the play.
You know what? I don't know if the Celtics do it any more than any other teams. I mean, Kevin Garnett is very demonstrative, has been since he's been in the league, and that intensity sometimes spills over. And I always felt that you had to be who you were. You couldn't try to fabricate something that wasn't part of your natural makeup. So if you are a guy that's verbal and a jawjacker, then you've got to do it within the parameters of what's going on in the game. If you're not, then you can't be that to try to improve your performance. So I've always said, like the young folks do, you know, do me, be you, you know?
That free throw, no good.
And Paul Pierce is not particularly fast or quick, but he's very strong and he's crafty, and he finds angles. He finds a way to get his shot off, and that's one of the reasons he puts up great offensive numbers year after year.
He hits the second from the line. Back to Paul Pierce and what Steve was talking about, what you've chimed in on with the way the Celtics play. It's a perfect marriage, Clark, between them, because he can be so effective in that half-court game.
He really can be. I mean, he's versatile enough where you can use him a lot of different ways. You can post him, you can curl him off screens, or you can isolate the side of the floor for him, and he can get you good quality shots. And he's become a better playmaker in addition to being one of the terrific scorers.
That's a great observation. And here's Rondo. Garnett outside. Gasol covering. Garnett outside. And Pierce backs in. Releases from 15. And Garnett with the basket on the assist by Pierce. Pierce has got 4 assists now tonight.
I'll tell you what, right now that mid-range jumper serving them well.
Yes, it is, guys. That's 6 of their last 10 points coming from that mid-range area.
Timeout called the Lakers.
You know, looking back now to the 1998 draft, I'm sure there are some teams that picked ahead of Boston in that 10th spot that would like to do that one over and maybe take Paul Pierce, because he slid down that draft a little further than people expected, and he's become an absolute superstar for the Boston Celtics.
Jermaine O'Neal's checked in for the Celtics. And then for the Lakers, Odom comes in for Pau Gasol. And it's Brown in for Kobe. Here's Fisher. He's picked up by Rondo. Hard test with the ball. Brown outside. Dishes to Fisher. 5 to shoot. Over Rondo. And that one's good from Fisher. Fisher's got 6 in the quarter. 1:35 left here in the third quarter.
Well, one of the things that has made the Lakers so good is their depth and their balance. In fact, last year, defensively, they had the 5th lowest field goal percentage defense in the league, under 44% for their opponents.
His footwork in the low post is tremendous, almost ballerina-like.
And for the Lakers, Clark, that big front court, a big part why they're so tough defensively. Steve just said a percentage defensively under 44%.
Well, length is hard to score over. I mean, they've got some tough defenders up and down the roster, really, and they play a physical style. I mean, you think about a guy like Matt Barnes, Ron Artest. Kobe is a killer defensively when he's locked in. And then they're all experienced, too. I mean, that adds to that defensive prowess as well.
He feeds it to Brown. And Artest backs down. Pierce covering. Just 5 to shoot. Pierce is tagged with the reach. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Fisher. 6 points for him. He kicks it to Bynum. O'Neal's there. Just 5 on the clock. Over Garnett. And again, it's the Lakers.
Yeah, everything is falling for him now. He hasn't missed a shot this quarter.
Celtics trail by 11. Now here's Rondo. Easy shot. And Garnett gets it to go on the assist by Rondo. Rondo's got 4 assists in the game. And the Lakers have possession. And here's Fisher. He's got 8. Brown, defended by Allen, and Bynum backing in. Right block shot, and that one's good. Bynum's got 6 points.
Well, they've got to do something defensively because he's been unstoppable.
And defensively, Steve, your only choice now is to double him. I mean, I don't think there's another option.
Here's Rondo. And Pierce backs in, kicks it out to Allen. This one for 3, and that is good. 8 points for him.
It's a good thing he showed up today because without him, this team would be in big trouble.
The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. You look at Kobe Bryant in this game, I mean, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, so far in this one, he's played a different role than normal, but, he's done a nice job as this team's playmaker here today.
And all of it's worked for the most part. I mean, he might not be known as a dime dropper, but after this game, he will be.
And we'll see you in just a moment. And now let's send it to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, for our Sprite Spark of the game. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. And today, it's the Los Angeles Lakers who grab the Sprite Spark. No hiccups in their game plan, has everything rolling in their direction. Sometimes things just fall into place, and it looks like it's one of those games.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Now Rondo. Left side, Davis. Left side, Davis. With 1 on the clock, and it's Boston with another.
Neither team having any trouble putting the ball in the basket.
Nope, nada. I mean, we haven't seen much defense either. I mean, both of these teams really locked in to try and outscore each other.
And the dunk by Kobe.
The lift they've gotten from him today has been huge. I mean, he's been steady offensively and has helped them get out in front here so far.
Outside Rondo. Pierce against Barnes. Plenty of space. Book it.
Tell you what, it has been all offense all game long.
You know what? This is really fun to watch, guys. I mean, as a coach, though, this is when you want to just harness this energy and bottle it up and ride it all the way.
Backing down is Bryant. Releases, and there's another one for the Lakers.
You know, that's a solid shot right there, Kevin. I mean, he's one of the better low-post finishers we'll see.
Rondo with it. Outside, Davis. Back to Rondo. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Got just enough of him on the way out to draw that whistle.
I thought that was a good call, Steve. I mean, you could see how that affected his shot just a little bit.
The first one falls. Some changes for Boston. Kevin Garnett is checked in for O'Neal. Green comes in for Delonte West. And it's Allen in for Rajon Rondo. Andrew Bynum's checked in for the Lakers. Blake comes in for Derek Fisher. He hits both from the stripe. Here's Blake. And Allen picks him up defensively. It's Kobe Bryant on the wing. He's guarded by Davis. Blake for 3, and that one's good. And the Lakers lead by 9.
Come on now, you got to pay better attention than that on a shooter like him. He'll make that 10 times out of 10.
Green, the screen. For the 3. There's Allen. That's good on the assist by Pierce. 11 points for Allen.
They strike right back with a 3 of their own.
Steve, that's a great way to respond after giving up the long ball.
Now here's Gasol. And here's Kobe. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Kobe's got 6 in the quarter.
Again, they attack the hoop from the lane, and it's been really good to them.
Yeah, they're getting whatever they want down there. That's 4 of their last 5 buckets coming in the paint area.
Releases from 15, and it's Boston with another.
Tough assignment for that defender with the size mismatch we're seeing.
Yeah, I just don't think he's big enough to handle it.
Timeout called the Lakers.
He wants to make a few adjustments out there, and he's running through those with his team right now.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Thanks, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what Mike Brown was saying to the team. His message? I don't want us patting ourselves on the back just yet. We can congratulate ourselves after the final horn. Right now, we need to go out there and take this one home. Guys?
Rajon Rondo's checked in for Boston.
Well, they keep going right back to the paint, and who can blame them? I mean, they're getting it done in there.
Yeah, 3 of their last 5 buckets, guys, have come from inside the lane area, so I'd expect them to continue to go inside right at the defense.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They trail by 8. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. We've got 1:55 left to play here in the fourth. Pierce for 3. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Rondo's got 5 assists in the game. Kicks it to Kobe. He's against Allen. The jump hook, and Kobe finishes inside. Kobe's got 20.
Carving them up inside there, Kevin. I mean, the defense has been vulnerable in there.
Yeah, that's 3 straight field goals in the paint area. That's really good offense.
Fisher is whistled for reaching in. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Rondo. And Pierce backs in. Clock at 6. Fisher against Rondo. Gets the bucket. There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter. And Fisher kicks to Kobe. Takes it up. Rebound Boston.
I like the work there, contesting that shot that looked like it was going to be easy, but they forced the miss.
You know what? He got it in close, but couldn't finish in traffic. He's just so clutch. Here's a guy you want on your side with the game on the line, Kevin.
Here's Fisher. He's picked up by Rondo. 5 on the clock. With the clock winding down, and Davis pulls it down.
I think he caught a glimpse of the defender out of the corner of his eye because he just seemed to lose his focus there for a moment.
Bynum with the steal.
Well, that was not an easy play, but he made it look routine.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
A good foul. You've got to stop the clock in this situation.
Exactly, Steve. I mean, the clock is their biggest ally right now. They need as much time as they can.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Gets them both, and it's a 5-point ball game.
Well, he's unflappable. He calmly nets his free throws, and it's a 2-possession ball game.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're losing by 5. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. .20 seconds left in the fourth. Kobe with the steal.
Anticipating that pass so well. Beautifully done.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. Sinks the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. For 2, and it's a 7-point ball game.
Clutch free throws there. He drained them all to raise the lead.
Alley-oop pass.
Boy, that is an alley-oop of the highest order on the front and back end.
Well, play they've been working on, I'm sure.
That's got to be the case because that was impeccable timing.
Here's Kobe, and that's an intentional foul. Gets the first. That increases their lead to 6. Perfect from the line, and it's a 7-point ball game. Here's Rondo. Over Fisher. Yes! And so the Lakers take the win. It was a solid win, Clark.
Yeah, it was, and I think it came down to will more than skill. They went out and got this one.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan Player of the Game, Kobe Bryant.